On a crisp morning in December 1872, the brigantine Mary Celeste was discovered adrift in the Atlantic Ocean, completely deserted but still seaworthy. The ship's mysterious abandonment has puzzled historians and maritime enthusiasts for over a century. This is the story of the Mary Celeste, an untold chapter in history that continues to intrigue and mystify. The Mary Celeste set sail from New York City on November 7, 1872, bound for Genoa, Italy. The ship was captained by Benjamin Briggs, a seasoned mariner with an impeccable reputation. Alongside him were his wife, Sarah, and their 2-year-old daughter, Sophia. The crew comprised 7 experienced sailors, hand-picked by Captain Briggs for their skills and reliability. The cargo hold was filled with 1,701 barrels of industrial alcohol, a valuable commodity destined for European markets. The journey promised to be routine, with fair weather and calm seas predicted. However, fate had other plans for the Mary Celeste. On December 5, 1872, the British brig Dei Grazia was sailing a course from New York to Gibraltar when its crew spotted a ship drifting aimlessly near the Azores Islands. The ship appeared to be in distress, with its sails tattered and fluttering in the wind. Captain David Morehouse of the Dei Grazia recognized the vessel as the Mary Celeste and decided to investigate. As the Dei Grazia approached, it became evident that something was amiss. There were no signs of life on deck, and the ship seemed eerily silent. A boarding party, led by First Mate Oliver DeVoe, was sent to inspect the Mary Celeste. What they found would become the stuff of legend. The Mary Celeste was in a seaworthy condition, with no apparent damage to its hull or rigging. The cargo of alcohol remained intact, and personal belongings were undisturbed in the crew's quarters. A few inches of water sloshed in the bilge, but this was not unusual for a ship of its size. The ship's lifeboat was missing, but there were no signs of a struggle or violence. The ship's logbook provided some clues, with the last entry dated November 25, 1872. It recorded the ship's position off the coast of the Azores, but there was no indication of any impending danger. The ship's clock was still ticking, and the galley was stocked with provisions. It was as if the crew had vanished into thin air. The mystery of the Mary Celeste's abandonment has given rise to numerous theories, each more fantastical than the last. Some suggest that a sudden and violent storm may have forced the crew to abandon ship, although the absence of any significant damage makes this unlikely. Another theory posits that the cargo of industrial alcohol may have leaked, releasing noxious fumes that drove the crew to flee in panic. However, this would not explain why they left the ship in such an orderly manner, taking the lifeboat but leaving behind their personal effects. Piracy has also been suggested as a possible explanation, but the lack of violence and the untouched cargo cast doubt on this hypothesis. Some have even speculated that the crew fell victim to a rogue wave or a waterspout, although such phenomena are rare and unlikely to leave the ship undamaged. In the realm of the supernatural, tales of sea monsters, ghost ships, and alien abductions have captured the imaginations of those who seek a more otherworldly explanation. While these theories make for thrilling stories, they remain purely speculative and without evidence. The Mary Celeste was eventually sailed to Gibraltar, where a thorough investigation was conducted. The inquiry concluded that there was no evidence of foul play, and the ship was deemed seaworthy. The Mary Celeste continued to sail under various owners, but its reputation as a cursed vessel persisted. Captain Briggs, his family, and the crew of the Mary Celeste were never seen or heard from again. Their fate remains one of the greatest maritime mysteries in history, a tale of the sea that continues to captivate and bewilder. The story of the Mary Celeste is a haunting reminder of the unpredictability of the sea and the enduring allure of unsolved mysteries.